and welcome back to another episode of Bantz with Lawrencia on the Lawrencia TV, a channel that celebrates ordinary people doing extraordinary things. So please subscribe, like, share, and also click on the notification bell to get notified anytime I post new content. So for today's episode, I want to talk about alpha females. Yes, this phrase has been used a whole lot of times for the past few days after JJC Skills announced his separation from Nollywood actress Funke Akindele Bello. So let me just give you a recap. Funke Akindele married JJC, and their marriage has been having problems for the past 2 years. And all of a sudden, JJC decided to announce his separation from Nollywood actress Funke Akindele. Now, one of the major reasons why it became a very hot topic is because Funke Akindele, according to JJC, she asked him to leave the house. So from all indication, Funke Akindele is the owner of the house, or let me put it this way, according to people, she is the most successful one. So because of the fact that she asked him to leave the house, that became a whole bunch of, there are so many speculations about men marrying women who are more successful, because according to them, these women are going to one day chase them out of the house, just like Funke Akindele did to JJC. When you talk about alpha females, it basically means a female or a woman who is able to make decisions on her own. She's a go-getter, she's a leader, she is somebody that can stand on her own. She's very successful. Let's say not even successful in the sense of financial success, but she is somebody that whatever she sets her mind to do, she's going to get that thing done. When we talk about alpha male, nobody is frowning at these things because they feel this is what a man should do, or this is how a man should be. But I don't understand when it comes to women, they just think we're supposed to be alpha females at the other room. Practicing gymnastic at the other room. But when it comes to your career, when it comes to your choice of way of life or how you want to live your life, they don't expect you to be a leader. They don't expect you to be able to have a mind of your own and make decisions that suits you. But let me break it down to you. The generation before us raised alpha females, and this may come as a shock to a lot of people, but I don't think it should be that shocking. Let's say you have children. Initially in the olden days, or let's say 2-3 generations back, especially in Africa, they don't send the females to school. So the females are at home, learning how to cook, learning how to take care of the home, learning how to just be a supportive partner to whoever they're going to be married to, while the men go out there, they hunt, they farm, whatever they need to do. Or if a family, let's say a family that is not like financially well to do, they send just the male to school and not the females. So this male, they go to school, they get education, and then they marry wives who come, into their homes to bear children, to cook and take care of them. So this is, the women's role are limited to that specific, just nurturers and, baby making machines. So these are what it used to be in the olden days. So when you talk about alpha male, then these are people who probably are able to go to school against all odds, or are able to, farm at a very large scale. When you talk about this family, they tell you, oh, that son, he is a very industrious or illustrious or industrious son, and that is fine. And nobody raises an eyebrow to these things. But when it comes to this, the current generation, if you have 2 children, a boy and a girl, you're going to give them the same educational qualification. In fact, if it is the girl that says she wants to do a PhD and the boy wants to go into business, you have no choice than to train your girl child to the highest level of education that she wants to, as long as you can afford it. Sometimes even if you cannot afford this, some of these very smart girls or women, they get scholarship, they go to school, and they get all the qualification that they want regardless of the background that they are from. Now we have females or women who are in leadership position, who take strategic positions, who are able to make strategic decisions. When we talk about Nollywood in Nigeria, women run Nollywood. We can sit down and tell ourselves that all the actresses in Nigeria are, prostitutes. This is how they make their money. But we forget to understand that Nollywood is the third largest movie production company in the world, not even in Nigeria. We talk about Hollywood, we talk about Bollywood, and then comes Nollywood. That is how the structure is, whether you want to admit it or not. We chalk out so many movies per year, and with all these streaming services, we have YouTube, we have Netflix, we have Roku TV, we have channels, cable TVs that all these movies are shown. These are multiple streams of income. Actors in Nigeria are taking full advantage of these things, especially the women. They are producing, they are writing, producing. When we talk about King of Boys, Kemi Adetiba, she is a powerhouse on her own. I am an alpha female. I don't apologize for that. I am somebody that knows what I want. I go for what I want, regardless of what anybody thinks, as long as I am not affecting you in any way, as long as that will bring success to me or fulfillment to me, I am going to go ahead and do that. Does that sound, bad? It doesn't sound bad. But when you now juxtapose that with a man, and you're making decisions regardless of what a man is saying, then it becomes a bad thing. But when you see a man making that same decision, an alpha male making decision regardless of what the wife thinks or what the other male counterpart thinks, people see them as decision makers, an authority figure, or somebody that has to do with, they just have all these connotations that they put when it comes to a man. But when it comes to a woman, they see it as a bad thing. I don't understand that. I will never understand that. I mean, we talked about Chacha a few days ago, and one of the major reasons, allegedly one of the major reasons that their marriage started having problems or started being abusive was the fact that Chacha was the one bringing the money. The husband was the one directing. So Chacha could decide not to even work with the husband, because if she doesn't work with the husband or the production company, he does not make money because he cannot pay somebody on Chacha's level. So she's basically working for free, trying to grow this business together with her husband. But when she started trying to say, okay, let me make some money outside, I am a bankable actress, I can make money, I can influence, I can do this, I can do that, regardless of whether I'm married or not, that became a problem. That was when all the whole alleged abuse started, and the man was thinking, you're not respecting me, you're not being submissive, I cannot control you, you're going out there to do certain things, you're cheating, they bring up all sorts of things that, allegations that they have to just to bring you down mentally and psychologically. And once a woman decides enough is enough, she becomes, the bad person. They say she has changed because she made money, or she has changed because she's now the one earning money for the family. That is not true. That is not true. Now, bringing it back to Funke Akindele. Funke Akindele is the one making, JJC. He is also successful in his own right, but he was living in the UK, and Funke, a very successful movie producer, actress, entrepreneur. Funke she has her hands in different pies, and she's making money out of it. Now I don't know how they linked up and they got married. JJC had to move from the UK to Nigeria. One of the alleged reasons why their marriage didn't work was because of mismanagement of funds. on the part of JJC. He started spending money lavishly and unnecessarily, and that caused some of the problems in their marriage. And then he was even cheating. On top of that, he was cheating. Now, if you have an alpha female that you're married to or you're dating that is bringing in the bread, and then on top of it all, you're cheating, she is going to decide one day, this is enough. I've had enough of you. I've had enough of your troubles, and I am not going to deal with you anymore. Now, everybody is raising eyebrows because she is the one making money. So let me just take this back to somebody else, an alpha male that is the one making money, and the wife still filed for divorce because he couldn't keep it in his pants. P Square Paul Okoye, his wife, allegedly filed for divorce in 2020, citing irreconcilable differences, citing that he was cheating not just with anybody, but also he cheated. He was sleeping with their house help. That was how bad it is. I mean, just imagine Paul Okoye allegedly. Just imagine with his famous personality, he could get anybody he wants. But the fact that he was even sleeping with all those people and he decided to even sleep with his house help, you could see how low, you could see how that could affect any woman. And he allegedly was sleeping with this lady for a very long time before the wife said enough is enough and she filed for divorce. Now everybody was at that point, people were also blaming Anita Okoye. Why is she trying to bring down Paul Okoye? Because according to them, when they got married, she was nothing, she was this, she was that. He made her who she is, and now that he is very successful, she is trying to clean him out. When a woman come out to say that, I am not willing to take bullshit from anybody, whether their partner, their husbands, or whatever that is. First of all, they will look at you and think, is she successful? Is she the one bringing in the money? Is she this? Is she that? If she's the one that is bringing in the money, then the success has gone into her head. The husband cannot control her, or they will find something to blame her. Then if she's not the one bringing in the money, then she must be trying to, bring the man down or clean the man out. Start thinking about all these scenarios and example. I want to ask the question, would we rather bring up women that are emotionally unintelligent, emotionally down, people that cannot make decisions, people that regardless of their educational qualifications, regardless of their intelligence, they are happy to just take their life and put in a man's hands. They cannot make decisions on their own, regardless of the situation they are in. Let's say in a marriage, in a relationship. If your sister come in and tell you that I am making this amount of money and my husband is spending everything, chasing anything in skirts, buying anything he wants to buy, while not even contributing towards building the kind of empire that I want to build, what would you tell your sister? Would you tell your sister to stay in that relationship or to stay in that union just because she needs to be submissive, just because she needs to be a man needs to be in control of everything she does? If you would not tell your sister that, why would you now think that it is okay for somebody else's daughter to be in that situation and still bear everything just because she does not want to appear to be an alpha female? Now, let me put this straight. There's nothing wrong with being an alpha female. Like, when you bring up a child, you teach them to be confident, you teach them to be independent, you teach them to take care of themselves. And when they go out there to do all those things, the society as a whole, even you may not judge your daughter, you may not judge your sister, but as long as you're judging another female out there, you are judging your sister, you're judging your mother, you're judging your child. So how do we even start breaking this down? How do we stop this abusive cycle? Would you still say, I don't want to marry somebody that is successful? When you're training your child to be successful, when you're training, you want your children to be the best of the best. You want to give them the possible best that life can offer. But then you see somebody's child, you're saying, she is too successful for my liking. She is too alpha female for my liking. She is too this or she is too that. I think we as a society, for us to grow as a people, we have to take responsibility of some of the things that is affecting us. If we cannot put women in certain situations or in certain positions just because they are females, just because you think, oh, if we put them in that position, they're going to come out and control us, or they're going to come out and rule over us, that is not going to help us as people. That is not going to move our society forward. How do we solve this problem? Honestly, I don't know, because it's just like we are solving the problem, but we don't want to acknowledge the solution that we're getting. We need to change our mindsets if we actually want our country or our continent to improve. So this is where I'm going to be ending this conversation today. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.